passion and love of cars started about a year ago. So I'm still kind of new to the car scene and everything, and I'm still learning. One of the ways that I learn is from the drivologist, my husband. He loves to nerd out on cars. He loves to like get into it with me when I ask him about things, and he loves to teach me. But today I thought it would be great if he could explain to you guys and tell you more about our Hemi Gladiator. So today I'm giving him the camera and he's gonna tell you guys all about it.
We're doing a quick review of Duke. Yeah, Duke is our second Gladiator, see? And Duke has something special. You could probably hear it. But yeah, it's how the Gladiator should have been built. So figured we'd do a quick review. So come on, let's do this. All right, jumping in. It's exactly what you would expect a Gladiator to be. Callie is gonna hurry up and put all of our bags in. See, when you run the camera, then that means that she gets to load all the heavy stuff. So, I mean, that makes sense, right? Total sense. Seatbelts for the win.
Belt one.
So this Gladiator was built by Rubid Trucks in North Carolina, and they swap Hemis, which, I mean, every one of these should have come with a Hemi in my opinion, but it didn't, and it's amazing with the Hemi. It's quite a bit different. We don't get immensely great gas mileage, but we don't get really great gas mileage in the other, you know, non-Hemi or the V6 Gladiator that Callie drives every day. So, you know, all in all, it's a Hemi. Can you complain? No, you can't. You can't complain. See, that just doesn't happen in a V6 Jeep. That kind of angry, it's like it's grumpy in the morning. So we've named this Gladiator Duke because it's like a G.I. Joe guy, okay? So, you know, I get how weird it is that the cars get named, you know, but cars are like people. They have characters, and they've got personalities. Sometimes, like maybe some of our Italian cars, they're kind of feisty, fiery. Our little race cars, they're goofballs.
Jeff, so, why do you like Hemis? What makes a Hemi so special?
Okay, back in the 60s, during the muscle car wars, you had these manufacturers like Ford, General Motors, and the Mopar boys, okay? So Dodge. And in order to make more power, the Dodge boys, Mopar boys, had created a hemispherical chamber, compression chamber. So there's a lot of nerdism, hence the drivologist, okay? And in fact, it wasn't actually their invention. They totally stole it from some Italians, but that's, you know, it's kind of the American way. We just make it better, okay? So in the combustion chamber, you have valves, and you have a piston that slides up, and once it gets to the top of that combustion chamber, that's when fuel and air and the spark all meet to this glorious flame, you know, essentially an explosion every time. And the hemispherical chamber, so it's like a dome if you think about that, just creates way more power. So Dodge, you know, kind of went away from the Hemi through the 80s and the 90s essentially, but in the early 2000s they brought it back, and now having a Hemi inside of a Jeep, it's how it should have been day one. This is the way Jeep should have made it. So it makes a lot of power, and more importantly, a lot of torque. So when you have big wheels and tires that, you know, have this high mass that you have to turn, the more torque you have, the more the Jeep or the vehicle is going to move efficiently or quickly, okay? And then horsepower is how that engine breathes. So the more horsepower, the more air can get in there, which, you know, creates that combustion cycle again and again. So you got to have both horsepower and torque to have real muscle. But yeah, that's it. That's why I like it. It's cool. Quick walk around with Duke. As you can hear, there's like maybe a freeway behind us. So, you know, whatever. But warm winch. We have very specific springs, okay, for the Hemi, because ultimately the Hemi is quite a bit heavier than, you know, the V6 that comes with it. You see we have a TerraFlex independent, or arm, excuse me, the IR, the Alpine arms. That's a short arm. We're going to actually do something different on this, which stay tuned and you'll see. And then we've got Falcon shocks. I've been really, really impressed with the Falcon shock because ultimately it gives you tons of adjustability, kind of a soft, medium, and a hard setting, which once you weight up the back of a Gladiator or Jeep, you know, you want it to still ride nice, and it does it. So we're definitely going to be replacing the bumper. We have rooftop tents for both of our Gladiators, and we just take them off in the wintertime so they don't get moldy. So that's it. That's the walk around the Duke.